Churches across Metro Atlanta are going to be hosting Easter celebrations this upcoming Sunday. But there's one church in the Metro that seems to be going all out with a full weekend of festivities. Joining us this morning is lead pastor of House of Hope Atlanta, Dr. Dewey Smith. It's been a while.
It's been a while. How are you?
I'm great. It's so great to have you with us.
Thanks for being here.
Take us through the events that are going to be happening, because we know Good Friday tomorrow, a big day, just in the Christian faith and whatnot, and it leads up to Sunday.
Yes, it's going to be an amazing weekend. Tomorrow, Good Friday, we're having 7 ministers, male and female, to come to talk about the last sayings of Jesus, on Good Friday. It's going to be an amazing experience at 7 p.m. at House of Hope. Then on Saturday, we're doing something called the Family Extravaganza. We're really focused on our young people, and we're baptizing over 200 people outside. So it's going to be a day for the community, rides, live music.
I hear there's a fish fry as well. That's the part I'm thinking about right now.
Listen, fish is always in order. So, Jesus did break fish.
That's right.
And we're doing that, and we really want to parlay families into a great community. And then on Sunday, we're doing 3 services at 7 a.m., 10:30 a.m., 12:30 a.m., but 9 is the young people hour. We want them to have full range to produce what they want to do, because sometimes young people don't feel included in ministry. And so we've given them full range. As a matter of fact, this entire weekend was planned by our 40 and under demographic. They're telling everybody else what to do.
I love that. I love to hear that, because I fit in that crowd. So I'm good with that.
Indeed.
Well, tell me about this, because, there was a time I grew up doing Easter speeches and whatnot. Y'all going to have any of that this year?
Yeah, that's indeed. Sunday at 9 a.m. But we took a different approach this year, because sometimes it's just for the event. But I'm disturbed by the challenges that our young people are having with mental health. So we want to use this whole weekend to parlay families, particularly young people and children, into a healthy community where topics of how to manage those imbalances, how do we keep them from crashing out, how do they cope properly instead of crashing out. It's happening in so many places. And as I work with young people, work with Division I football athletes, I discovered that many of them are struggling and don't have values and foundations to help them to deal with life. And so we want to use the Easter weekend to help people to have peace, not just spiritually, but in every area of their lives.
And you have been very transparent. I know we've had a conversation about it as well, where you lost several people in such a short span. You've had to deal with your own mental health challenges. So this is coming really from a place of experience.
Yeah, man. Now, 9 years ago, my mother, godmother, college best friend, and sister all passed away in 28 days.
Wow.
So imagine picking out 4 caskets and doing 4 eulogies and planning 4 funerals in 28 days. It put me in a real pickle, to say the least.
Yeah.
And so how do you navigate that, when scriptures or when the families leave, when the phone calls stop? How do you navigate faith in God with deep grief and compounded grief? And so being able to walk that process myself, I want to help others to learn how to cope, because sometimes we hide behind faith, or we demonize grief and just want to let people think, something is wrong when you're really grieving. And so people, we sometimes confine grief to death. But anything needs to be grieved. Anything that's a loss, how do we appropriately grieve?
And just real quick, because we know that there's a lot happening this weekend and whatnot, what is one thing you can just say about people who are on the fence about coming, because they're like, I haven't been to church all year. Should I still come in?
Well, I think in this day and time, we need community.
Yeah.
And nobody can do it alone. And I don't care if you've never been. Go and be in a community where you can be uplifted, get inspiration, because so much in this world, so much bad news. And so be encouraged by the peace and by what Christ brings into the world. Do it.
Dr. Dewey Smith, it's always a pleasure to have you on. It's always great to catch up with you.